Well, hello, everyone. Thank you again to James and Sarah for such a wonderful presentation. And please note that the presentation was not recorded, but they gave us a wonderful handout. So this is our agenda for the rest of the meeting. I'll do some announcement and news and some upcoming meetings. We won't have time for a chat at this point, so we'll just get to our news. First, the Durham Region Branch of Ontario Ancestors acknowledges that the lands on which we gather and where we work to preserve the records and family history of those who came before us are the traditional territories of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation, the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation, and a large Métis community. We recognize the lands on which we gather are covered under the Williams Treaties and rest within the traditional territory of the Mississaugas, a branch of the Anishinaabe Nation, which also includes Algonquin, Chippewa, Ottawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi. We honor, recognize, and respect these nations and Indigenous peoples as the traditional stewards of the lands and waters on which we meet. We're pleased to announce a pilot project partnering with the Oshawa Public Library called Genealogists in Residence. Discover your family story with expert help. 3 of our members will be offering one-on-one appointments in the local history room at the main Oshawa Library location near City Hall. Book an appointment to explore your roots. Contact Nicole at the phone number and the email on the screen. We've had a few appointments now, but there's lots of room for more. This is your chance. Okay. The topic has not yet been decided, but Michelle is a great speaker and has a YouTube channel that is really informative. Genealogy Ties to the Past. The cost to attend the Uxbridge Genealogy Group is $5 at the door for non-members. If you wish to become a member, it's $25 for the year, and that will also get you the Zoom link if you can't make it to the actual public library. The conference kicks off Friday evening with an exciting keynote presentation, and on Saturday and Sunday, you will be able to choose from 20 exciting presentations given by Canadian and international speakers. The registration for OGS members, as of at least a half an hour ago, or an hour and a half ago, was $79. Non-members pay $89. Those were early bird prices, so not sure what the final price will be. There's now a website where you can see the speakers, the topics, and the schedule. They have 2 streams of lectures, artificial intelligence and migration. Session recordings will be available for viewing until July 20th, 2026. There is also a special optional add-on session for $15 on the Friday afternoon. Join the upcoming Afternoon with My Heritage webinar to learn how to explore your ancestry, preserve family memories, and uncover stories from the past. The session will provide expert tips on using MyHeritage tools, building and improving your family tree, and discovering historical records and DNA connections. Keep an eye on e-weekly newsletter for new information as it comes out. And that is the website. Please take note there will be a special meeting of the membership on Thursday, May 14th, 2026 at 7 p.m. to vote on our new bylaws. These bylaws bring us into compliance with the Ontario Not-for-Profit Corporations Act legislation. The new bylaws will be presented to our members by our lawyer, who helped us gain compliance with the legislation. Every member should have received the registration link to the email link to their OGS membership. Note there's a registration link available, but I haven't published it as it is a members-only event. Between 1875 and 1929, the Independent Order of Odd Fellows operated a life insurance program. Approximately 60,000 men from all across Canada applied. The program was eventually operated by Empire Life, who held all the application forms. Years ago, Empire Life gave these application forms to the Ontario Genealogical Society. Society volunteers spent nearly 4 years indexing these forms. Now all the actual applications have been scanned. The index is open to all, but the images of the actual insurance application forms are a members-only benefit. So it's found in the collection databases under the research resources. And here's a partial example from the application filled out by my great-grandfather, J. Walter Gould, in case you can't quite read his writing there. Canadian genealogy often overlooks ancestors in industrial settings, even though many lived and worked in places like mills, mines, railways, and company towns. To uncover their stories, researchers can use sources such as labor and union records, accident claims, government reports, company publications, and newspapers. Combining these with maps, directories, and census data helps reveal the lives of workers and families in Canada's industrial communities from the mid-1800s to mid-1900s. That's this coming Thursday at 7 p.m., and Catherine Lakin Hogan is a very informative speaker. I really can recommend that you should subscribe to the OGS e-Weekly. Anyone can keep up to date with the news from all the branches and special interest groups. You don't need to be a member. It comes out every Saturday morning and is chock full of all the latest news in the world of genealogy. Just scroll down on the home page at ogs.on.ca to find the simple subscription form. Our next branch meeting is the Home Children's Scheme and its Untold Stories, presented by Marg Graham and Diane Causeway. That's Tuesday, June the 2nd at 7:30 p.m. I misspoke there on the slide. Between 1869 and the 1940s, over 100,000 children were sent from Britain to Canada through migration programs, often coming from vulnerable backgrounds. Many were placed in homes where they worked as farm laborers or domestic servants, frequently experiencing hardship and isolation and stigma. Despite these challenges, their resilience and contributions played a significant role in shaping Canada's social and economic development, while their experiences highlight an important and often difficult chapter in the country's history. Both Marg Graham and Diane Causeway are accredited speakers with Home Children Canada. Here's a list of our fall programs. These will be at our usual time, 7:30 p.m. Please note the new date for September meeting. It will be the second Tuesday, September 8th, when one of our favorite speakers, Dave Obey, will speak on using DNA to solve geography questions. October 6th, What Gravestones Can Tell You About Your Ancestors with Laura Suchan. November 3rd, Second World War, Researching the Canadians Who Served with Ken McKinley. And December 1st is our annual show and tell. Upcoming branch meetings include this DNA Special Interest Group, which is May the 20th at 7 p.m. Email me at one of these two email addresses in order to be added to our private email group. Another meeting coming up is our virtual social and research drop-in which is on Thursday, May 28th at 11 a.m. It's a very unstructured meeting. Anything goes, and we answer some of the most interesting questions on that Thursday morning. We are open. The research room is located in Northminster Church. It's on the northwest corner of Simcoe and Rosslyn. We do have to have an appointment made, though, because the church door is always locked, and we're on the third floor. So we will not hear you if you knock on the front door. We have to know when you're coming so we can be down to let you in. Please make that visit appointment with Stephen Wood by emailing durhamresearch@ogs.on.ca. Here is our contact information. We have a blog, we have a Facebook channel, and we have a YouTube channel. So those are all places that you can check for information about upcoming meetings. Thank you all for attending. We hope to see you at next month's meeting. Here are those QR codes that were on the individual slides. If you want to take a moment and screenshot that, you are quite welcome to do so. And that is the end of our May meeting. And happy ancestor hunting, everyone. Bye now.